Next up, we'll talk about stairs tool. So here you have the stairs tool. Let's draw simple stairs on the ground floor. Start point, second point, third point. Got a L-shaped basic stair. Let's just draw some larger landing. Redraw this. So first point, second point, backspace, draw it a little longer. And let's say I want a large landing here. Okay, I don't want to continue drawing the flight of stairs. Instead, I want to have a large landing here and then continue with the flight of stairs. So then here there's a pet palette that appears, which has 4 icons, 4 options. First option is for drawing the flight, second option is for drawing the landing. So click on the second option. You can draw a large landing like this, and then again start drawing the flight. And end the command. If you look at this, we have a stairs like this. Now if you want to, let's say, increase the length over here on this side slightly, then we can just select this, just hold on to this point, just increase its length. You want to decrease it on this side, you can decrease it on this side like this. So we have a 3D stairs, and let's say we want to edit this slightly. We want to make this edge of the landing little curved. So make it curved like this. You want to make this edge of the flight curved. You can make it curved as well. I think you can't do it in the 3D view, you need to do it in the ground floor view. You can do it for the other one also. Look at this, got a nice staircase. You want to change the width of this flights. Say for example, not able to edit certain things unless I go into the edit command. So if I go into the edit command, now it allows me to do some more changes to the other parts of the stairs. Right, change this further. And then come out of this edit mode. Have a look at it in the 3D. Quite a nice stair. Edit some more changes. You want to edit a point here, you want to add a point here. So you need to use this one for adding a point. Okay, and then you can further change the shape of this like that. So all sort of things are possible in this. Okay, let's imagine some other situations wherein, let's say, you have some shape. Maybe you have walls, some weird geometry, and you want to draw stairs around this shape. So you use the stairs tool and use a magic wand, and then you can just move your cursor, do micro movements of your cursor. You get different options of staircase based on where you're clicking. right? Or you can have some shapes drawn and then draw stairs around it. Select it and press F5 so that you can see only that object and everything else. So essentially magic wand works great. You can have any shape, you can draw staircase around it, and by how you move your cursor about that shape, it will give you different options of staircases. It will show your feedback before you draw it. Then if you're happy with the shapes, you can go ahead and click on it. Okay. So you can have a curved shape. Like that. You can draw a staircase around it. You can then manipulate it however you want. Can give curvature to it. Can go into the edit command and do some more editing there. Can increase its width some certain portions. So it's quite a handy tool to use. So let's assume we have a wall area like this, and we want to draw stairs in this area here. So we can draw a simple L-shaped staircase. Start drawing it and move your cursor around in the other direction, and there you have it. Okay, you can move this point ahead, you can move this inside, and you can go into the edit command and then do some more changes. You want to move this point out, let's say. It doesn't allow us to move it. Let's try filleting this point and see if we're able to fillet that. No, it doesn't allow us. So, but it allows us to curve that edge. It allows us to add a point. So if I may add another point on this, then probably I should be able to change it. No. Okay, let's say we want to draw stairs in this portion which is of certain shape. For example, we want to draw a shape like this. Okay, so how can we go about drawing this? Earlier there used to be a tool where you can just define the shape like this and use some other tools like fill and other thing and use a magic wand and draw a stairs. That's not possible in the newer version. So because the staircase tool now is much more flexible, you can do a lot of things. You can make curved stairs out of a linear stairs, and you can do it automatically. So let's try doing it that way. So what we can do is we can say start drawing stairs like a L-shaped stair. And we'll try editing this and making it into this shape. So try moving this point. We can do different types of shapes to the staircase. If we fillet it, then we can make it curved like what we wanted. Slightly increase its distance on this side. And so let's assume we need a curved shape here and we want to make this flattened out like that. So how do we do that? I guess probably we'll have to add some points on this curves. Some point on the curve. We'll try adding a node. It doesn't help. So try adding a node on the curve. I've added one, we'll add one more. And then try moving it like this, or try putting a node now straight point like that, and clicking on this point now, clicking on this edge, making a node here, and then shift this around. No, it's going wrong. No, it's not working. Stairs, and instead of drawing the L-shaped stairs, I will directly draw a circular staircase by using arc by 3 points and clicking on 2 points, the third point in the inside, just moving my cursor around this, and we can change its shape slightly. Slightly inside as well. And what we need to do is we want to flatten out this particular edge. We need to flatten it as a corner. We want to retain this edge, but the problem is when I try changing this shape, the inside shape is linked to it. Right, so we need to break that link, and that's possible by changing the shape of the inside curve first, which is not possible in this pad palette. So what we need to do is go to edit, go inside the tool and then change its shape to something, and then we'll revert it back to its original shape. Just change it for the time being, and now if you try changing this, it's not having any effect on the inside edge, right? After having done this, the process is very simple. You just have to add some points on this curve and then flatten out those points. So we just click on this, put 2 points, and then it's a matter of simply flattening this point. Now how do you flatten this curve? It's very simple. you just have to click on this point, or rather click on this edge and insert a node. That line becomes straight. And actually we did require 2 points, I guess. Let me just try putting only 1 point and try doing it. So we had 1 point here, so we click on this edge and put a point, so that's flattened out. Click on this edge, just make this, and it's done. So then we can first align this with the corner of the wall. Hover your mouse over here, drag it so you get a horizontal line, hold shift so that you are able to move around it, and move your cursor here. So we got the corner, and then we can change this edge as we want. It's done, it's perfect. We'll look at the 3D. See, very nice. Now you might want to edit the corners a little bit. So how do we do it? Is we go to floor plan. Let's say we want to add some interesting shape here, both for the thread as well as how the end of this curve is changing. So what we can do is we can add another point on this point on curve, and then simply drag this point outside like this, and just adjust the curve like that. Similarly we can do it here. Add a point on the curve, move this point outside, and give this segment a little bit of curvature. And coming back in 3D, then we will change the shape of this thread little bit. So again we'll have to go to the edit mode, click on this edge and do a little curvature like that. You can do the same thing for the thread as well. So select on the thread and move your cursor in line with the thread. So looks pretty nice. So there we have this corner curved staircase built up.